Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the first session of ONPASSIVE Products. I am here with Nicole King from New York, I believe. Hello Nicole, great to see you here. And also the famous Manna are from the OTech Pros. We are here to look into depth on one of the ONPASSIVE products on this session, and today we're going to be looking at the big one, the one everyone is waiting for, which is OConnect. So how are we going to do this? We're going to go into the ONPASSIVE.com website, and we're going to look at the products that are there on that website. We're going to pick out OConnect, and then we're going to run through all of the FAQs on there about OConnect and bring you guys up to date with some of the features of what OConnect is going to do. We've got Collins here. He's the tech guy. He knows all of these things that go on the background of making these products far superior to others. And Nicole King is going to be coming in as a user, as that person who hasn't got any knowledge of how it all works or whatever, and what it's actually going to do for the average person out there on the street, and why we believe it's going to be so much better than the others. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen, and then we shall bring up the OConnect. Okay, so for everyone there, can you see my screen all right, guys? Yeah. Okay. So this is the current ONPASSIVE.com webpage that we've got. And as you can see, this is the area that you guys want to be looking at, by the way, not just about the products, but also if you want to introduce somebody to ONPASSIVE and they're saying, hey, guy, Red, what is ONPASSIVE all about? This is such a great place to bring them, because this About Us section here, okay, if you click that, okay, it's got loads and loads of information there, all done for you, all about ONPASSIVE. Okay, you just point them in that direction, say, go and have a look about ONPASSIVE. Okay, so let's look for the product. So you come onto the product page here, and as you scroll down, look at that. It all comes scrolling in, absolutely amazing. And for today, here it is, OChat. So we go to No More. And here we have OConnect. And it says here, get access to the most reliable AV conferencing platform engineered to perfection with the best AI business tools. And underneath here, look, it gives you a scrolling write-up about what OConnect can do, okay, about the services it is going to give you, and a little bit of a history about the bits and pieces to it. Now, it's also got key features underneath here. Now, we're quickly going to scroll through these before we get into the FAQs, and we'll start discussing about some of these features. But again, it's a great place to get all the information about all of the products that ONPASSIVE are going to be showcasing. And obviously, we wanted to bring OConnect to the table straight away for you guys, because it's going to be the big gun that is coming out first that we will see. So you'll be able to send invites by email address. We'll also have direct links from YouTube onto OConnect, integrated links from external URLs as well. It's going to have active chat emojis. What are active chat emojis? They are when they change. You know, when you just put emoji on, it's normally static. Active ones change. They do things. So that's going to be pretty cool. You could be able to have schedule events and also auto language translation as well. That's coming in a voice to text form to begin with. And then, as we've been told as well, next phase 2 will be the live video, the live auto one. So without further ado, what is a webinar? A webinar is a seminar workshop conducted on the internet. Webinars are commonly used in sales, promoting and marketing, education sectors, or employee training sessions. Webinars are likewise called video conferencing, web conferencing, and webcasting. They permit users in various parts of the world to see, hear, interact with the presenters, ask questions and respond to surveys. So guys, before we move on to what OConnect is going to do, let's just talk about web conferencing or web services at the moment. You know, the inset of COVID really brought virtual web conferencing to the fore. What are your thoughts? We'll go to Colin first about the importance of web conferencing now and going forward. Over to you.
Thank you, Red. I just want to greet everyone here. Yeah, so when we're looking at web conferencing, we're talking about a lot of applications that are out there, but we know OConnect will be the massive deal, because if you look at the amount of meetings that are going across the globe, is massive. We are talking about millions, if not hundreds of millions of webinars that are going across the globe, you know. And during COVID time, most of the people, we are talking about people working from home. All the meetings were held through web conferencing. You know, now OConnect is coming as a big player with the functionalities that are there. What we already know is massive, is a big deal. We're talking about one of the biggest platform that you can ever imagine at this point in time, which is OConnect. Because if you think about the number of meetings, we're talking about organizations, and for instance, I'm working from home. Where do I meet with other colleagues? It's through web conferencing. Now we are talking about OConnect that is coming again with the interface and the integration and everything that we know at this point in time is a big deal. It's really a big deal when it comes. So, Red, I will just leave it there.
Thanks so much. And Nicole, you're a user of this product. What does having a web service mean to you as a user?
Well, Red, during COVID, I was also one of the users, and it was really helpful because we had family gets together, we had meetings, business meetings, passive webinars. So it was really helpful. So as a user, I appreciate it very much, especially during COVID.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things that I noticed more than anything when COVID was about and everyone was moving, having their business, their family get-togethers, we used to do a family quiz on a Sunday, you know, with all the family getting together and all the rest of it. But one of the things I noted more than anything was we had to give almost a walkthrough for Granny to operate Zoom because they didn't have a clue how to do it and all the rest of it, you know. And that was very prolific then for a lot of people. They weren't tech savvy, they didn't know how these things work, but they wanted to have that interaction by using a webinar platform. Now with OConnect, that stress is going to be taken away for the average user, and I think this is one of the biggest impacts it's going to have to the internet, is with that ease and simplicity that is going to have behind it. So let's carry on then. One of the questions here is how many events can I host on OConnect platform? Now, OConnect permits you to create as many events as you need in your record. You can schedule or prepare hundreds of events and have them accessible on your dashboard. You are likewise ready to choose the type of your upcoming events. Now, we live a busy life, all of us here, and I believe that having this schedulability, if that's a word, or being able to schedule your events, if you are a company, if you're an individual, for instance, I've just said about the family having their Sunday trivia quiz together, being able to schedule these on a recurring basis, surely that is going to be a big thing that people are going to be looking at OConnect for. Over to you, Collins.
Yes, right. You're just right. You know, one of the big functionality we have in OConnect is to be able to schedule an event or a meeting. You know, sometimes it's really hard if you look at all the other webinar platforms. Some of these functionalities are not there. where you can schedule, you can program and say by this time, kick in, and the meeting will just kick in. So it is a massive, massive deal. And we're talking about hundreds of meetings, unlimited. We're talking about unlimited, meetings. And when we look at OConnect, we're talking about, we talk about concurrency. Not only you can host a meeting and then plan that meeting and schedule it, but think about others who are also using this platform. The volume of data that coming in and hitting the database is a massive. Before you do that, you think about that, and you said, okay, if you have 1 million people across the globe running webinars simultaneously, and within that meeting, you've scheduled another meetings, and again, it hits another meetings and another meetings, it's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, honestly. It's just crazy. When you look at OConnect, this is really a big deal, honestly.
Okay, let me just, Nicole, I'll go to you in a second. I've just got to enable live transcript. There you go. Okay, live transcript should be on now. There you go. So for anybody who's watching, I've just enabled the live transcript, and it should come on a ticker at the bottom. If you want to have that as well, that's fantastic. So Nicole, over to you. Is this a feature that you would use as a user to be able to schedule a meeting if you wanted to?
Yes, Red, definitely, because when we were using Zoom, it was really annoying when you have to come on one Zoom, then start another meeting. That was very inconvenient for me. So I'm really looking forward to using OConnect when we could have more than one schedule. We just jump from one to the other. So
fantastic,
really
thank you.
That.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously, having that feature is going to be really important for businesses as well. If you have large businesses that are global and they have to schedule meetings for various people around, then it's really going to be something that they can do once and not have to revisit. So I think that's going to be a really good thing. But for those people who don't want to schedule, can I organize only one event at a time? Yes, you can. You can put together only one event at a time, meaning that this event cannot overlap yet can be hosted consistently. And now that again on its own, for me, is a great feature. You can have one event at a time, but you can actually still retain that URL for that one meeting and use that one concurrently. Now, for me, that's going to save a lot of time because it means you're not having to generate a new link each time. And I think, Collins, that's for me as well as an individual is going to save time to be able to just post that one URL out, and then people can use it on a concurrent basis. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely right, Red. Yeah, that's also massive because we're talking about time factor here when it comes to businesses. One of the things they always want to see is to save time, because time is money. So to generate one, which is one of the features we have, where you can generate one meeting and you just run it concurrently, is a massive deal because it saves a lot of time. And honestly, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal for OConnect. So,
and
yeah.
Also, thanks. And also, Nicole, from the family point of view, when you've got Auntie Betty, who's not tech savvy, but you give her a link. So for the trivia quiz on a Sunday, she knows that that one link can be used all the time. And that's certainly got to be a really big plus as far as a user is concerned. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And as Colin said, it really does save time. So yeah, everybody would be happy about that.
Okay, so let's get into a bit of the technical sides of the product itself. Okay, what technology does OConnect use? Now, we know about the product, we've heard about the product, we've been given visuals of how it's going to work, etc. But there's always a back end to all of these products. These things don't automatically come about. They have to be integrated, they have to be built, they have to be coded, etc., etc. So what technology does OConnect use? Well, I'll read it out and then our expert here can make it into language that we can all understand. The audio video technology that OConnect uses is a web RTC and HTML5 technology. It is the best quality to connect the browser with OConnect continuously. This technology not just makes your work with the application smooth and significantly more comfortable at the same time, most importantly, it delivers your webinar audience razor sharp audio and video quality. So Collins, can you break that down into layman terms for us so that we have a better understanding of what that means?
Yes, Red, this is really massive, because when we look at the technology behind the language that they are using to write normally the code, HTML5 and web RTC is the most latest, because when we talk about HTML is hypertext multi-language 5. That is the latest HTML code. For instance, if you look at your front end, you know, it's just static. So when you write it, what they use to write what we are seeing, like I'm seeing right now, Red is saying me, the coded language is HTML. You can write whatever you want to. Like now, when we see, like I'm seeing, I can feel that the rumble. You know, this is HTML code. A lot of people don't know it. They don't know it's HTML code, but that's HTML code. And the modern one, because you have HTML3, 2, but the latest is HTML5, which is sharper. You know, when you use latest technology like this and the web, you know, RTC, it gives, you know, a more broader, and the future is like clearer. It's just like when we talk about 3D, that is the type of feature we are talking. So when you use latest code to write, you know, to build an application, what do you expect? You'll get the best out of the best. And that's why they said they have the technology, and they said it gives the best quality and connection between your browser. So for instance, you use, let's take HTML2. Do you think HTML2 will give us this? No way. There is no chance. And that's why when they said, oh, Connect will come, what we've seen, the sharpness, the brightness of O Connect is because of what they are using, the latest code behind. So you look at it and you just said, those who want to look at, you want to know about HTML, just go and write HTML5. It will tell you it's hypertext multi-language coding, clean and short and simple. And the latest one is the 5, because you can have 5, maybe they'll go to 6, we don't know. But now the latest of the latest is 5. So I'll leave it there, right?
Yeah, no, fantastic. I mean, all of this technical jargon absolutely blows me away, but I'm sure Nicole will concur with me on this. Is as a user, what we want to do, what we want to know is what's it looking like. And from what it says in this this part here, it says it delivers the webinar audience razor sharp audio and video quality. Now, Nicole, isn't really that what the user wants to see?
Absolutely, Red. I'm not sure how to answer that one, but yeah, I think that's one.
No, I think, you know, the whole point of going over what we're going over here now is to give everyone a much broader understanding of what goes into OConnect. But we also need to understand that the likes of us who aren't tech savvy, what are we looking for in this product? We're looking for things that are going to be different from what we're used to now. And having the back end of this web RTC and HTML5 that Collins has been talking about, what's it going to do for the user? And it's going to give razor sharp quality on the audio and the video. This means as far as the user is concerned, they're going to get a much bigger and better experience because it's going to be popping out to us. So I think from the user experience, Nicole, it's got to be a big plus, hasn't it, to have that integrated into the back end of what OConnect is going to do.
So would it be safe to say no feedback? No,
yeah,
always have feedback?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. No feedback, because it's going to have higher clarity, higher quality than what we are probably used today as well. So now here's a good question. that is in the FAQs. Can OConnect be integrated with social media platforms? Now, that's a fair question at the end of the day, isn't it? And one that most people are probably thinking in the back of their head. We all use social media, but can we use it and integrate it with OConnect? Simply, indeed, it will be it may be integrated with YouTube and Facebook. Now, I don't know about you, but having that facility within a webinar service to be able to integrate what you're doing with your existing social media, that's got to be a big plus, Collins, yes?
100% true, right? Because if we look at the beginning, when they were talking about the key functionality, they said you can integrate it with external application. So what do we mean by that? So it means you can integrate it with YouTube, Facebook, or whatever application. Remember, with OConnect and the way ONPASSIVE is designed, the product can be used as a standalone product. And most companies, when they can, maybe they can think of getting only one product. So if they get OConnect, they can integrate it with their in-house application for easy communication. What does that mean? It means we have external API. What are the external API? What does API mean? It's application programming interface. So you can use it and connect it to another application. That is the beauty about ONPASSIVE and the way ONPASSIVE product is designed. So the moment they come in and they say, wow, maybe we can get more of their products. And remember, company will always say, yes, let's take one and try it. And when they love it, then before you know, they are drawn into more products and products and products, and then dish out all what they have. And now they are fully into ONPASSIVE. And that's a game changer, to always integrate ONPASSIVE product with external through application programming interface. That is massive for OConnect.
Thank you, Collins. And Nicole, from a user's point of view, do you think people will want to have this integration with the social media in existence at the moment?
Yeah, yes. Like for example, for myself, I use YouTube. So when I record on Zoom, I have to download it and then upload it to YouTube. And that takes up a lot of time. So if I could just send it straight to YouTube without having to do all those steps, yes.
Fantastic. What a great answer. You know, I think every step of the way as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned, and the one thing I've noticed more than anything about all of the products that they are bringing out is they've always got the consumer at heart here. They've thought about what does the consumer want to see in this product? What is going to help the consumer by using this product? And I think this is just another example of having this connectivity with the other social media platforms to make it easier. As Nicole says, I have to render something if I want to take it to somewhere else. But if you can just click a button and it goes, the user, they're thinking about what is going to help the user by using this product. Why is it going to be so much more beneficial for them to have our product and not somebody else's? Some great answers there, guys. So if you go to read more FAQs on here, as you can see, you've got the ones that we have, ones we've already answered, but it also expands, okay. Hello, sorry about that. Let's just move that there. There you go. It also expands into this area here as well of what you can bring up as well. So we've gone over, can OConnect be integrated with social media? So let's have a look at how to create a webinar here. And as you can see, how to create a webinar. The registered users can create and organize webinars soon after logging in from the schedule menu to create webinar options. Now, before I go to Collins, we all know already that the only way that people can access OConnect in the first place is at the moment through a founder's referral link. Now, we're calling it a referral link now. At the moment, that might change in the future, but that is the only way that people can come in. And this is why it says registered users. So now, Collins, over to you. Is this an important factor to have only registered users been able to use OConnect or any of the other products of ONPASSIVE?
Yes, I think absolutely right, because normally if you are not registered, how would they know you? Because it is difficult to know, because remember, we're talking about OConnect, which is one of the paid products. You know, if you don't register, because look at all the products out there, most of the products you must register, because they need to know who you are, who is doing what within the products, and how the usage, because there'll be terms and conditions and stuff. So it is really a great idea to know, because again, it's a paid product and you have to register. But again, you're coming through, as Red said, through the referral link from the founders, you know, to get into OConnect. I think that is really massive.
Thanks very much, Collins. And Nicole, from a user point of view, if you are hosting a webinar, is it an important factor that you know the people who are, or that they are real people that are going to be on that call?
Yes, yes. I definitely would like to know who is coming into my meetings. Like, for example, at Zoom again, you know, people could come in as iPhones, Galaxy A5. So knowing the person's name is really, I think, is important to have.
Yeah, I think a lot more security to know that they are a real person and that they have actually gone through the process of registration before they get there. I think it's a great idea. And you only have to look at what is happening now in other social platforms as well, that importance of knowing who that person is. I mean, I'm not going to say the other platforms, we all know who they are at the moment, but they're almost falling over themselves to be able to get this registration and verification integrated into their own platform. So it's great to see that from the offset that we are having that part of what OConnect and the other products of ONPASSIVE as well. So we've learned a little bit about OConnect so far. Okay, so let's have a little bit of the usability of OConnect and what it's going to do. So how are we going to add attendees to the OConnect as well at the moment? So how to add an attendee. Registered users can add participants and presenters after creating event subtitles and click on create and invite, which will prompt adding participants and presenters. Now, we have already been given a bit of a sneak preview in the background of the workings of OConnect. The beauty from what I can see so far about OConnect is it's all on one page. You don't have to navigate off it to use any of the facilities of it. Now, adding attendees really is, again, going to be child's play. At the moment with Zoom, you have to go searching, finding that person, then asking them to come on and all the rest of it. The ease of what OConnect is going to do with the drag and drop and the clicking of it, because you can see them all there, that's going to be, from a user's point of view, so much easier, surely. Collins, do you want to expand on that?
Yes, Red, you know, when you look at the functionality, as you rightly said, comparing with other webinar platforms, it's really a hassle to do some of those stuff. And sometimes it's just so annoying, you know, because sometimes people will sit and say, oh, you didn't see me, or blah. But when it comes to OConnect, the way it is built, one, it cut down time. We always said time is a great deal, especially we're looking at OConnect like as a normal user, but think about the number of companies, corporations that will use OConnect. With all these features, and as you said, everything, and we've seen it, everything is just in your front, in front of you. Really hard job to build, but it's easy to use, where you can drag and drop, you know, the person is there, drag and drop, you know, arrange the participant the way you want. You can turn it anyway, you will never break the application because it is designed to do so, to perform the way it is. But again, it makes our life so easy. But you can invite somebody just straight away from your front. You don't need to go and be looking for the person or share the link. You know, it's just in front of you, drag the person or just send it and the person will just join the meeting immediately. How beautiful is that? That's crazy, you know. And OConnect will blow the world.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, listen, I am as excited about anybody about this product, I can assure you. And for everybody who's watching this, you know, you really have to look at it because it is going to be absolutely amazing. So, Nicole, this ease of adding attendees, surely from a user point of view, by being able to see the registered users, that's going to be a real person, you know who they are, whether it be a avatar relating to that person or actually a picture of them. If you want to bring them in to speak, having that ease of dragging a drop or just clicking on that, that from a user point of view is pretty massive, isn't it, surely?
Absolutely, Red. Because as Colin said, it's a nightmare, it's annoying to have to find people, especially, you know, where we are right now, and it's really annoying. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Sorry. Okay, so on to the next one. Is it possible to limit access to an event room? Now, obviously, many of us here, especially businesses, and when we're having meetings that need to be not secret, but they have to be private for sure. Yeah. Is it possible to access all of event rooms, or can you limit that possibility? And yes, with ONPASSIVE, you can create a password to secure that event room. So just participants with that password can join it. Now, Collins, you've worked in the IT sector for a very long time, and a lot of the stuff that you deal with is very proprietary to that company, and you certainly don't want any prying eyes being able to eavesdrop on your meetings that you might be having through whatever webinar service that you are using. But having this extra layer of security surely is a good thing.
100% true. Because, you know, security is one of the things that gives, especially the business, you know, and even normal people like us, you know, the assurance that where you are, you know, carrying out your meeting is secure and safe. You know, you want your meeting to be private. You don't want to be in a meeting where you are like, you know, looking around and said, oh, maybe someone can jump in and listen to us. Like with other platforms, we already know them where people can just jump into a meeting and go out and draw, you know, a lot. We've seen a lot with most of those webinar platforms. But to have it secured with a secured password is a game changer. So you can just prepare your meeting and everyone in that meeting will feel at home and feel at ease, knowing that nobody can jump into the meeting. I think this is really massive, 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 massive.
Thank you. And Nicole, from a user point of view, for instance, if you are having a private meeting, whether it be, for instance, you're hosting a wedding on Zoom that you only want certain people to be able to view the wedding, or a family event that's personal to you and you don't want people eavesdropping in, having this event room that is password secured, that's got to be a good thing as well, yes?
Yes, yes, I agree. And there's another thing I was thinking about while Colin was talking, is those breakout rooms. When you set up breakout rooms, anybody could jump in those breakout rooms. So if it's ONPASSIVE is secure like that as well, that'd be good too.
Thanks very much. I've actually just had a message off Milo here, and he's saying that some people are watching this right now who are entertainers. Their ears are pricking up about this product and what it can do for the entertainment industry as far as concerts are concerned. Now, can you imagine that possibility as well of having concerts and having attendees that can only go through what we are watching here? It really is going to be fantastic for every single person, whether they are entertainers, business or personal. You know, the more you think about what the possibilities of it are concerned, the more your mind expands. So another question here is, can attendees register for your event? Indeed they can, yet you need to enable it when creating an event. So again, that is another thing, is you can have this open event with OConnect. It's running now, for instance. At the moment on this event, we've got just over 700 people watching this live right now, and many more who are watching it on other YouTube channels. But if you are having an event with OConnect and you actually want it to be open, you can actually enable it so that people can just register there and then to be able to come and view it. Now, Collins, having that availability and free and easy way of entering, if you are doing a seminar, for instance, you want as many people to view it as possible, having it easy accessibility for other people to come in. Remember, they have to be registered first, but surely as well, having that part of it as well for people to come and go as they please and not have to pre-register. From a customer point of view, they don't want to have the constraints of having to pre-register. They want to be able to turn up when they can. They might be delayed or whatever, but having the registration open, that's got to be a good thing as well.
Yes, Red, that is really good, because that functionality, the functionality there to enable is really, really good, because again, we already know that they will register. Nobody can come into anything without registering to the event. But when you can enable it so they jump in at any time they want, that is really massive, massive, massive. And to have that functionality there is just crazy. It is really crazy. Because not every time you want to log it, but sometimes you said, okay, we have the event, we know you already registered, we know something can happen and you are coming, we enable it so when you are there, you can jump into it. Fantastic. That is really great. It is massive for ONPASSIVE and for OConnect.
And Nicole, from a family and orientated normal user point of view, we've talked about having to be registered. We talked about how you access the events on OConnect. You can make them private, but this part about having it open from a family point of view, not all the family might be able to make it for the time that's set for that event, but having it open like this means that they can jump in when they get off work, for instance. Again, that's got to be a good plus side for OConnect.
Yep, it's a game changer. I mean, anybody could jump in anytime. It's not like, you know, we're not going to be maxed out, so you can always jump in whenever you're ready.
Yeah. As Nicole's just said there, it's not going to be maxed out. And what does she mean by it's not going to be maxed out? OConnect is unlimited, guys. It's not like many of the webinar platforms that we see now, which are restricted to 100, 150 users before you have to start paying through the nose.
Right.
With OConnect, it is unlimited. And what does unlimited mean? Exactly what it says on the tin. No limit. So another question is, can I redirect my attendees to a website after the registration? Now, within marketing, or if you are having your event and you are showcasing your product, what you are selling, or even if you are doing a webinar for a good cause and you want to redirect somebody to a web page that is to do with what you have been talking about, can you redirect attendees to an external web page after the registration? Indeed, you can. You can direct your participants to your thank you page or landing page by entering a URL in a call to action tab. Now, Milo's just text me from his on the phone just now saying about the concerts and all the rest of it. Can you imagine having a free to view concert, okay, that people want to put on, but the only way that they can view that concert is through OConnect? And if the participants want to help the concert itself, then you can have a thank you page where they can donate or anything else that takes them to a separate page from the concert. What a fantastic thing that is to have as an extra. You're not taking people off the concert itself of what they are watching, but they will take into a separate part. Now, Collins, having that ability to be able to do it directly from the page when they are watching it without having to put it in a bio, put it in the chat area or anything like that, having it actually on the page as a click function, that's pretty game changing, isn't it?
100%. I think we don't have it anywhere. If you look at all the other applications out there, it's not. I've not seen it. Maybe there's something I have not seen it. But to have it there in front of you is a game changer. Remember, we're talking about a lot of products we have. What if it's all blessed? Like people want to say, thank you. Okay, I have a cause, a good cause I want to donate. And you just put the all blessed link in front of you. And a lot of people watching it and they look at it and say, wow, this is something that we can donate right in front of them. You know, imagine you have hundreds or thousands of people watching that concert and they are donating. It's a game changer. Honestly, this is one of the biggest functionality as well in O Connect we can talk of. Everything is in front of you. Everything is just right there. You don't have to move. You know, everything you want to do, O Connect is just in front of you. So it is massive, 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 massive.
Thanks very much, Collins. Obviously, Nicole, from a personal user point of view, this might not be something that you would use on a regular basis, but for instance, as a personal user, if we all use crowdfunding, you know, we've all had instances where we need to raise money for either stuff that you personally want to do or for anything else. Having this function for you as a private user, again, that's got to be a good thing, because it means that you can put that there on your page without people can click on it at any time they want, and then it will take them somewhere else. From a user, I think that's a really important thing.
Yes, Red, I agree, because I was thinking, while it's going on, I'm not going to be missing out on anything. And that I didn't leave to do what I got to do and then have to come back. So if everything is right there in front of me, I'm doing what I have to do and still see what's going on. You know, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you know something? I don't know about you guys, but I am loving this format. It's absolutely fantastic. How much are we learning about one of our products of ONPASSIVE that most of us probably didn't know? And it's all there for everybody to see. But how many of us go and do what we are doing now? But you don't have to, guys, because we're going to walk you through it now on a weekly basis. We're going to take you through step by step of the products of ONPASSIVE. So how can I reschedule an event? Now, things happen in life, don't they, that you can't get to what you want to do and you have to change it. It's pretty easy to reschedule the event. Users can go to that post-event segment, click on the action and edit those event details. Now, to have that easy accessibility to be able to change at a click without having to delete it, just change it. That again is a really good part of what they have thought about from the user's point of view, because normally once it's set, the only way of changing it is to delete it and then put another one in and all the rest of it. But having that editing section in there, that's a good thing, isn't it, Collins?
Yes, 100% true. Yeah, because some of the application you see, you have to delete everything. If you've already set it, especially like a recurrent event, you have to delete everything and then add it again, just add a new one. But now it's just so easy for you to edit it. And the moment you edit it, it's just like pick it up all straight away. It's really a good function. So it's really, we're talking about time factor here. You know, it saves time to delete and go right to the front page and delete it. You can just go straight to the setting and then adjust it again, set it up again, and we just pick it up straight away. And you know, most of it will just trigger an email to you straight away. A lot of people don't know is send it up and then it will just reset everything. And again, if you've already sent all the event out, what will happen? It will just readjust. So the person don't have to say, oh, I didn't get it. It's there straight away for you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to when we were right at the beginning from the family point of view, and Auntie Betty, she's not tech savvy, you know, she like flaps about all this. And we said, you send her one link, okay, she knows that one link, that's when it's going to be. But on one occasion, you had to change the time. Now, with this ability to edit it, you keep the existing link for it, it just changes the time. So from a user point of view, Nicole, you know, just tell us what your thoughts are on this. Whether, you know, it's got to be, in my opinion, and, you know, I'm sure you agree with me, to be able to retain that one link, not having it changed, which is what normally happens. All you're doing is changing a time. That's got to be a good user extra that you're getting from OConnect.
Yes, yes, absolutely, Red, because I just tell her, same link, Auntie, there's nothing changed. And one thing I know is that on Zoom, those links expire, and then you have to go back again and reschedule it if it expires. So that too will save us time, and Auntie wouldn't have any trouble about getting back in the next time we meeting together.
Absolutely. Like I said, you know, again, this is another proof of how much thought has gone into the customer with these products. Yeah. We're just showcasing one product here. Everything that we are bringing up here has had the customer at heart, what they are wanting out of a product. You know, I'm sure the brainstorming sessions about, yeah, but what about this and what about that? Everything is being revolved around what is the benefit to the customer. What are we going to do to give the customer the best possible value for this one product? Time after time of what we are going through here is reiterating that everything is for the ease and benefit of a customer to use our products. It's great to see. I'm loving it. So how do I send an invitation? As Collins has said already, you can do it via email, okay? Resend an invitation. At any time you modify an event, the framework prompts you, and with the alternative of resending that information. Talk about thinking of everything. Now, Collins has just said you can send it out, but with OConnect, you don't even have to think about sending it out, because there's going to be once you edit it, it's going to prompt you to send it. Now, talk about having the thought process of how can we make this easier for the user? You know, we don't want the user to have to copy it, paste it into an email and then send it off. No, we'll do that for you. When it's edited, we know that you have to then send it out to somebody else. We're going to prompt you. We're going to make it easier. I mean, they really have thought of everything, haven't they, Collins?
Yeah, 100% true. Because especially the functions, how many times you send an event, or you say you send an event and you forgot to send the email out. You just say, yep, you click, and then they'll be calling, oh, I didn't receive any email. I didn't receive it. I didn't receive any invitation of your event, because you forgot to do it and the system didn't prompt you. But with OConnect, it prompts you. Do you want to resend it? Yeah. You push it, the button, and then it goes. You know, that is massive. I remember I've sent a lot of meetings, scheduling meetings, and I sent it without even doing anything. Everyone is calling. I didn't receive it. I didn't receive an invite, because, you know, I was just doing it, forgot that I have to prompt, I have to resend it, click the resend button. But with this, it will tell you, do you want to send it? It will prompt you to send it, which is massive. So you can't even miss it because it's just in front of you.
And Nicole, from the non-tech savvy user, again, it is massive.
Yeah, it is. I agree, because I was thinking the same thing what Colin was saying too, because you can forget if you get distracted. And so if it prompts you right away, you do it immediately. So nobody gonna call Colin and say, you didn't send me any information. Right, Colin?
Yeah.
So another one here then is, how do I enter a scheduled event or a permanent room? So while making a webinar, after login or navigating from the scheduled event creator's webinar, we have chosen access type. If the user chooses open to all, then that representative webinar will be accessible for all invitees at all times. But if the user chooses password, the user needs to give a password to that webinar, and all participants will enter into the webinar by providing the same email. same password. Now this goes a little bit hand in hand with how to make a secure room and all the rest of it. This is just on a scheduled basis, but it goes to show, I think we don't need to talk about this, but it goes to show that you can have this set up prerequisitions on your webinar. You can either make it open or you can make it private for the user. So from a user, how do I join an event? You'll require the URL of that webinar room. Click on it or paste it into the browser address bar to go to the webinar room. Now, Collins, how is that person going to get that URL in the first place? The only way, in my opinion, for them to get that URL is if they are a registered user, and then they will either be given it via the email or however it may be. They can click on it and enter it. Or if they don't want to do it directly from email, they just copy and paste it and put it into a web browser. Am I correct?
100% true, yes, right. Because if you're a registered user, then you will get access to it. Remember, when they create an event and you're a registered user, you already added to that event. So what will happen, you'll receive an email address, which is a link. And you can click on that link and then it will take you straight to the meeting room, or you can copy it and put it on the web browser and then it takes you straight into that meeting room. So if you're not invited, then you'll not even receive a web browser or anything, you know, and that's how it is, you know, and you can't get into the meeting.
Thanks very much. And Nicole, obviously, once Auntie Betty has had her one link, she can just continue to use that one link time and time again. Doesn't expire, the time might change, but that one link is still the same link. Now, from a user point of view, that makes it a lot easier rather than having to resend different ones, remember, and all the rest of it. Yeah?
Yeah, Auntie Betty could take it on the go too. So maybe she can get it on her cell phone. And if she's out and she wants to hang out, it's right there for her. She just clicks.
ONPASSIVE is really looking after Auntie Betty at the moment, I can assure you, isn't she? So another good question is, how do I set up my camera and sound with OConnect? After you sign into the webinar room, click the settings on the right side of the window. Move the switch by use camera and use microphone to the on position and choose your gadgets. Now, for us here who have been privy to see OConnect, it's very visible. It's at the top of your screen. There is just only one place where it's at. So there's no searching for it or looking wherever it might be. If you want to put on your camera, one click, it's there. If you want to put your microphone on, one click and it is there. It's not hidden somewhere else. From a user's point of view, Collins, this has got to be another big plus.
100%, yeah. Because again, we're talking about time, saving time. You are in a meeting and conferencing. We are talking about lots of meetings, because when I put myself, I don't look at the product as a normal user. Normal users, sometimes they don't really care about time. But we're talking about businesses where time is money. And we're talking about these people having these meetings, and some of them are not tech savvy. They just want to see everything in front of them. They are just there for the meeting. How do I do this? It's in front of me. Click it, tap, sit there. How do I do this? Switch it off. That's what they want. That is what they want. They don't want to try to struggle, especially most people don't want to struggle. They just want to go in, do their job, and come out. That's what they want. And if you put it in front of them, they will do it.
Yeah.
And come out. Yeah. And this is a big plus. That's why I love OConnect and most of the product, because Mr. Ash and the team will just make everything simple. Time is money. I always say time is money.
And Nicole, your thoughts?
Well, you know what? I was thinking just for Tuesday going, one of the founders, her audio wasn't working for Zoom, and I had to use my phone for her to hear it while she watched it. So OConnect will solve that problem for most people, because you have to go look. If you don't know where it is, you have to go look in, and if you don't know what to click on, it's a nightmare for somebody who's not techie. So
yeah, absolutely, 100%. So can I create an option to create a room for everyone? Okay, good question. You want it to be open to all. You don't want to have to make it passworded or all of the rest of it. You want as many people to access it as possible. Yes, you can. You can have the option to make it open to all. Again, what ONPASSIVE are doing, and especially with OConnect, what they are doing is they are giving the consumer the best of everything. If you want it private, you can have it private. If you want it to be scheduled, you can have it scheduled. If you want it to be open, you can have it open. They really are thinking of everything, aren't they, Collins?
Yeah, well, you rightly said it, because normally when you look at everything and what they've done with OConnect, it's just to give all the possibilities, because it's like Mr. Ash is listening, looking at what people, the complaint and the needs, what people really need, what businesses need, and they just make it open. Whatever you want to choose, the function is there. Whatever you want to do, the function is there. If you don't want it, fair enough, it's there for those who want it. So they just make it and put it there, choose what you want to choose and move on, which is really great.
Would that be a facility that you think the average family would use, making it open to all, Nicole?
Yeah, open to all, no problem. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about having it open to all people, but what if you want to create a room just for selected people? How do you go about that? So we have an option to make a room passworded, as we've said before. That makes it a lot more secure. And can we schedule these meetings? Yes, you can schedule them either by a calendar for later, or you can actually have a quick meeting just by pressing a button. Same as Zoom do, to be fair to them as well. You can just set up an individual meeting straight away. What type of meetings are there? So there are typically two types of meetings: a permanent meeting, okay, which is what we've talked about with the schedule, with the time, the same URL, or a temporary meeting. This is the one-offs that you use, that you're not using that one URL time and time again. So here's a good question. In a meeting, who is a presenter? The individual who has access to the present is a presenter. So what does that mean in real terms? Now, obviously, host, they use the word host in Zoom, but the presenter, they will have the access of all of the information that is there. Is this a good thing, Collins?
Yes. Yeah, right. Because normally the presenter need to have control of the meeting, because he's presenting and he has to have control, and to have access to that is massive, because a lot of people knows you are the presenter, you are the one hosting the meeting. We always call it host, but I believe OConnect we said the presenter, which is massive, because it is visible, this person is presenting, and maybe with the presenter information coming there, all the facilities and whatever the person need to control the meeting and the access of everything is great. I think that is a massive one for OConnect.
And Nicole, from obviously from a family point of view, from a customer point of view, someone has to be in charge, don't they, really? Somebody has to set it up, and somebody has to tell the others what is going on, whether you're having a party, whether you're having the family do. And as people have been texting me, it opens up so many things: funerals, birthdays, christenings, weddings, etc. All of these can be hosted very easily on OConnect. But you are tech savvy yourself a little bit, Nicole, so you would be the presenter, and Auntie Betty can just tip up, can't she?
Yeah, she could, Fred. It's really easy. OConnect made everything so easy for Aunt Betty and Granny.
I can't wait to meet Aunt Betty myself. I think it's going to be fantastic. So can a participant actually be a presenter? So that means, can you change that host facility whilst a presenter is there? Now, we have discussed how everything is on one page. It's all visible there. We've discussed of how to bring an invitee on to talk and all the rest of it. but you can do exactly the same to make that participant a host. Just by clicking them, you can change that access and make them into host. Again, accessibility, ease for the consumer. This is what it's all been about, Collins, hasn't it? About how everything has been thought out to make it easier for the consumer.
Yes, Red. Yes, Red. Yeah. Because again, when you look at it, if things are not easy for the consumer, what do you expect? They'll tell you, no, there's no point, because you don't want to make their life difficult. The reason for technology is to, to make life easy for the consumers, the users. And when we look at it, easy access, it's just one click, and now you are the presenter. One click, you are this. One click, you are there. That is it. Click, 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 you are there. Not double click, not where you will click and it will take you to another screen and you have to do this or do that. It is just there in front of you. Click and the person is there. That's what the user want. And it is massive. It's a massive deal for OConnect and ONPASSIVE.
And Nicole, from the average family point of view, obviously somebody has to start the webinar, but the host might need to go away or visit the bathroom or whatever they're going to do. And having that ease of being able to switch it over to somebody else because you have to go, that's got to be a good thing from a family point of view as well, yeah?
Yeah. When they switch hosts, like with Zoom now, you just have co-hosts and they don't have the much power to do much. But if you're a presenter or a host, then there's certain functions that you can do. So everybody have that access, life is good.
Now, I love this next one. And the reason I love this next one, because I have had so many problems in the past with sharing files of sizes on the internet. We've all been there. Yeah. You have to download external file sharing software and all the rest of it just to be able to share something with somebody. Now with OConnect, can I share a file during a presentation? Now this is game changing, guys. Yes, you can share the documents during the presentation. Now I'm going to definitely hand this over to Colin so he can go into depth a little bit more about what this actually means for the user when they are in session online. Over to you, Collins.
Wow, this is great. When we look at the last webinar, when Ash talked about, file, where you can download file, you can upload file, you can share file. Some of these questions, I think some of us asking, we said, can you share any type of file, like the file type? They say, yes, the common file type like JPEG, EXE, all the different type we know, PNG, all those type of file we know is there. And it's massive, because just remember when you share file and you are just in that screen, you're not leaving the screen, and people can go and read it. Just said, okay, I know about this, I know about this. Real-time reading, not like you download it and you go somewhere, you are still in the meeting and they are sharing all the documents to you, whatever document, and the size, everything is just there made for you. It's massive. I don't think any webinar platform has that file sharing where you can just click it, you do it will just take you to somewhere else and you leave the meeting automatically. But here it's just in front of you and you can read while you are still in the meeting. It's massive.
And Nicole, from a family point of view of a user, you could be having your family meeting. You could be in the scenario of having your trivia quiz on a Sunday. Somebody says, it's that. And the other people say, no, it's not. You're wrong. You're wrong. So you can get on Google, find out who's right, and you can actually post it and put it on there and they can download it directly. Having that ease and simplicity to be able to do that on the one page, everybody can see it, everyone can click it, they can then look at it whilst you're in session. That's massive, isn't it, Nicole?
Yes, it is. And you know what, too, I was thinking also as business-wise too, if you're doing a presentation and you have a PowerPoint, you have to download it, send it off to the email. If you're using Gmail, there's a thing you have to give people access to get to use it. So if it's like that and you stay right there and you send it, everybody see it, view it, and agree on whatever it is you're working on. That's massive.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm going through this list here, and you know, each question we're coming to, it just adds another layer of how much this product does. You know, we're talking about all of these things right now. We haven't even seen it, but just reading the FAQs on here, my mind is going crazy with what this application, what this product can actually do. You know, each step of the way is another extra that you are going to get that you don't already have with what you're using right now. You know, talk about, as Ashmi Farah would say, stacking the cool.
Stacking the cool, yeah.
This is brilliant. So can I add an attendee in the middle of a meeting? Now, that's a good question, isn't it? You know, somebody might be late. Are they allowed to come in and all the rest of it? Yes, you can. You can have an alternative option to send an invitation in the middle of the meeting. So you might have, for instance, a private passworded meeting or a private URL meeting, that the only way that you can go there in session, you can send that person the link in session. Now, Collins, I have never seen that availability with any other webinar service. Have you?
No, it's not there. It's not there, because the only way you can do with other webinars, I think, is just to tell someone, oh, this is the meeting link, and you give that person that link to join us. You know, that's the only way you can do is share your own link to the person. But we're talking about a webinar platform where there is an option in the middle of the meeting where you can just click and then you push a button, and the person you want to invite will receive a link and invite link immediately and join you guys. It's different. It is different. It's really, really different. It's massive.
And Nicole, again, from the family point of view, if people tip up late, Auntie Betty, she's got the wrong time, hasn't she? You know, she's lost her link, but you can send it to her in the middle of it, and then she's going to be sorted. Bless her.
Yeah, absolutely. She comes right in, whether she's early or late.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a few more and then we are finished. Do we have an option to conduct meetings with various participants? Yes, our tool is built to conduct meetings with one-to-one and one-to-many. As again, we've said in the past, this is unlimited, so it can be one-to-one and all the way up to however many you want. Is that important? Yeah, it's very important. We know that many of the webinar platforms are out there have a capacity. We certainly know because of what we have been using. I won't mention it on here, but most of them have a capacity. This is something that a lot of businesses don't like. If you are an entertainer, for instance, and you want to live stream something, obviously, if it's got capacity on it, that's not good for you because you want as many participants to view it. With OConnect, it is unlimited. It means you can have as many participants on that as possible. The next one is, can a participant start a meeting? Now, that is a very good question. No, a participant can't. Participants are not approved and authorized to start the meeting. Instead, they will wait in a room. No one but the host can begin the meeting. Now, from a security point of view, Collins, this is very important.
Yep, that's true, because normally if you look at it, if you don't have a secure site where anyone can just jump because you're a participant and start a meeting, no one will trust the application. No one will ever trust the application, trust a place where anyone can jump. It's just like you have a house where anyone can come in without the door. You are the approved person and you leave your door wide open for everyone to come in. Nobody will even want to come in because you believe that it's not secured. So too is the webinar platform. Only an authorized person or the host can start a meeting, which is good. That's more of a secured, I think it's more about security.
So, Nicole, obviously that part doesn't really affect the average family because they will know who started it and all the rest of it. But it's good to know that that security is there. Now, as we said, what is the maximum number of attendees in a meeting? Unlimited. I mean, that on its own for this application is huge. Collins, just expand a little bit on the importance of having this unlimited part to not just this product, by the way, with ONPASSIVE, but all of the ONPASSIVE products and services. They are all come with this same badge, unlimited. What does that mean?
This is really great deal because you will never ever find any product out there which is unlimited. All ONPASSIVE products, as our CEO said, they are all unlimited. What does that mean? It means because products are data, right? Human beings are the one using the products, and the products are data. When they are talking about unlimited, they are talking about the unlimited data that are coming into the database and hitting our data center, the servers and the data center. So the data center now has been upped to take unlimited capacity. We're talking about 1 billion. We're talking about soon it will be like even cats and dogs, whatever can go in there. So looking at it, you said unlimited. It means you can host billions or trillions of users without the system even blink, crashes. Because that's one of the things, when it reaches full capacity, it can crash. So all these things is something that the tech team in Hyderabad, they've looked into it. They have done the performance check. They have done the load testing. They've done, every testing you can think about, which is it, capacity, all of those things. And they said, yes, we know we can host unlimited on this. Whatever you do, the system will not crash. That is it. That's the unlimited. Means you can host whatever capacity and the system will not blink.
Thank you, Collins. And Nicole, obviously from the family point of view, the unlimited part doesn't really affect it, but it's nice to know that that facility is there for other people as well.
Yeah, if I want to host a wedding or a large get together, I don't have to worry about passing my limit because I only have 100, but on OConnect, it's unlimited, so I don't have to worry about it.
Fantastic. Obviously, we've covered the can you join once it's started. Yes, if it's an open meeting, you can just join in right away at the beginning. Few more then. Who has the right to lock a meeting? Only the host has the authority to lock a meeting or unlock a meeting. We've covered that. Here's a good one. Goes along with why this application is so different to ones we see here. Can we broadcast a video whilst we are live streaming? Yes, we have a choice of communications and broadcast the video onto what we are watching now. So you can import a video onto the screen that we are watching it, and it will play that video in real time whilst we are watching that stream. So Collins, please explain to me, A, what does that mean? And why is it such a massive deal compared to other webinar services that are out there right now?
Yeah, it's like broadcasting a video and video is massive because remember, video is normally a heavy application. Now, when you look at other applications out there, it is so difficult to do so because it wasn't designed to do all of these things, but ONPASSIVE, OConnect is designed to broadcast, videos on it, where we can see how many participants, unlimited participants can see, and then watch a video on the platform as it rolls. How many times have we tried that with what we are using now, and it didn't work? You can't even get the sound. Either people will kick out because it wasn't designed to do this. We are just forcing it, but it wasn't designed that way to do it. But look at it, OConnect will do all of these things because it is designed to do all of these things.
Thanks very much, Collins. And Nicole, from a family point of view, having the ability to be able to share videos, somebody might have done a camera view of a wedding, for instance. You want to show everyone what that was whilst you're having your meeting, having that easy functionality by being able to click a button for ease of use onto the screen. That's got to be a good thing.
Yeah, it is. And I like the idea that you don't have to get on a list, like a rotator to live stream. You can do it yourself without having to wait on anybody to do it. So I like that.
Fantastic. And the last one, guys, if we are stuck with OConnect and we're not really sure about how it flows, how it works, how are we going to find out about, is there support there to help us? Yes, there is. There's a support team that is dedicated to OConnect to work and to answer the user queries that we might have. And you will also find many details of the within the user manual that's related to OConnect. Having this in the background as well, Collins, whether it be in video form, whether it be in written form of a manual, so that you can have a really good user guide to OConnect. That's gotta be, another added bonus. We don't have that as at the moment with the media platforms. It really is download it and then try and work it out yourself. But having this user manual and videos to answer the questions, and a dedicated team in the background as well that can physically answer a question if you have a problem. Again, it's all about the consumer, isn't it?
Yes, Red. Remember, not only the support, we have a masterpiece product called OChat. So OChat, what will OChat do? It's a product, AI-driven product that will navigate you when you are stuck. It will answer your query for you, and where OChat will get stuck, OChat will transfer you to a live support, a live customer service. This is our virtual customer service, helping you out 24/7. Whilst you are doing things and people are not there, it's there 24/7 helping you, and it will even guide you, to the user guide if it's available. To say, take a look, this is it, you can read it. Whatever question you ask, OChat is there to help you, which is massive, and it's all integrated with not only OConnect, but the entire ecosystem of ONPASSIVE.
Thank you very much, Collins. And Nicole, from the family user, average person, having this facility to have somebody as support to guide you through what you need to do if you get stuck, how important is that to you?
Hey, Red, that is really important. And you know what I like? I like how it's right there. It goes wherever you go. And if you click something, it doesn't take you out, or you end up on another tab and you have to look for it, then come back again. So I think that is really, really helpful, that it stays with you. So anytime you need assistance, right there. I like that.
Fantastic. Well, guys, that's the end of this session on ONPASSIVE products. It's been great sharing OConnect with you guys on the panel here, and especially everyone out there who is watching this live or in recording. Nicole King from the United States and Collins Mallins from Manna from the UK. Thank you so much for participating on the panel with us for this. I've had such a good time. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves as well. For everyone out there, I hope this has been informative. I hope you have gained more knowledge about the ONPASSIVE product called OConnect. We will be back next week with another product for us to dive into so that we can have more knowledge about what ONPASSIVE is going to deliver. Anyway, that's it from us on this session. Great to have you here, and we will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.